Man, you come straight out of a comic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Straight Out of a Comic Book. I am the Anomaly, Will Pharaoh, and I have my friends with me, Doc, Dion, the duo from All Star Fandom. Shout out to Jen as well, though, because she is definitely a part of the group. Could not get her on here today because Jen is in galaxies far, far away doing stuff. But I got two parts of the triangle here today, and we have a lot to talk about. Originally, I wanted them on here to talk about X-Men 97. Season 2 came to an end, but we ain't got time for that. We don't have time for that. Why? Because D23 drops. Yes. D23 decided, hey, we just gonna hit y'all with everything, man. We just coming in like it was already enough.
Oh boy.
There you go. There it is. I knew it was coming. Well, Will, you ain't heard that one yet.
I have not. Please, for clear audio. One more time.
See, when I'm put on the spot, I can do. Oh boy.
Hey, man, that's almost spot on, bro.
It is spot on. It is spot on. If he just do it
without him chuckling, yes, but he keep chuckling.
Yeah.
What's funny about it is though too, I was like, so this man be having me do all these Macho Man voices, and ain't never threw out that he got something ready to go. The conversations we could be having as Macho Man and Mickey Mouse,
Mickey Mouse,
cutting a promo.
But how long could you do the Mickey Mouse voice before your throat?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Being the Mickey Mouse Club, we're gonna be almost running rapid over Disneyland and Disney World. Oh yeah.
We got like a SmackDown. I'll work on it.
Hey,
we got to come up with a script.
And y'all really gotta do a commercial and like put that out for real.
We gonna put it.
Wrestling is part of Disney now, so
is so. But man, D23 came out this weekend, man, and of course, like just Disney was like, "Yo, hold my beer or hold my Mickey ears." And let me show y'all what we got coming out. Now, again, we're not going to go over all of these because we have a few things that we are going to touch on. That's going to take a lot of this episode. But some of the things that were announced at D23, of course, has everybody. If you're a millennial, if you're a Gen X, I'm going to stop there. You're definitely excited about what's coming out. We got announcements like the Simpsons movie that's going to be releasing next year in September. We got to look at Coco 2. We found out about a Kingdom Hearts series as well as Kingdom Hearts 4. It's also going to have the world of Coco introduced into it. We got to see that another live action of Lilo and Stitch is going to be dropping with Angel now coming into the live action franchise. We got to look at Percy Jackson the Olympians, which is also going to be releasing its next season, November 20th of this year. Then we know that the Bluey movie is also coming out, Ice Age. We also saw clips from the live action Tangle and also a video vignette of the two actors who are playing them in Spain, filming the movie as well. Pardon me. Then we also had Oswald, which is coming to Disney. We got to take a look at Ahsoka 2, which forgot that they were coming out with a second season.
So I'm surprised that they're still coming out with it, to be honest with you.
But when you see it, I'm like, all right, it was worth the wait.
Okay.
It was worth the wait. Now, again, we can't get into Star Wars because we only have a limited amount of time. We got an hour and a half right now. Okay. So Star Wars would have to be a whole nother episode, and we couldn't talk about that without Jen. So definitely check it out, All Star Fandom, this Wednesday. Because I have
you want to come on this Wednesday too.
Yes.
Let's cross over.
Let's go ahead and put that right now.
Let's Arrowverse this thing. Let's Arrowverse.
It's like the CW and Flash, man. It's a crossover event, man. Rufus, come be okay, fame.
I will. I'll come on there.
We're gonna have a whole week. Be like, Jen, tell us about how you feel about Hulk Hogan.
Hey. That
You're
would
like,
be
well, what
hilarious,
lightsaber would he
though.
have? She's like, well, I don't know him, but I'll still play off of him.
Yeah,
But
that
we
would
got
be
to
hilarious.
Ryan Gosling in a trailer for Star Wars Starfighter, Zootopia 3, Frozen 3, Hexed. It was so much given to us, and we didn't even jump into some of the biggest things that we talk about, which is of course Marvel. So we have a few things that we're going to be talking about. At D23, they showed us another trailer for Avengers Doomsday. They've also showed us a trailer for Vision Quest. And then, as well as the big talk of the town, we got to find out who the official cast of X-Men are. At least, not even a majority of them, at least 7 characters that we know that are going to be in this film. And again, we're going to talk about it in this episode, along with a couple of other things in the rumor mills that are going on about Marvel. But for us, first we got to talk about Doomsday. Now,
Okay.
we are going to check out the trailer. Now, if you're watching the full episode of Straight Out of a Comic Book, we will not be showing us watching and viewing the trailer just for copyright purposes. But if you want to see our reaction while we're watching the trailer, you could go to the video right here below and be able to check out the full reaction and the full conversation in its entirety. But once we start this, you're going to kind of see a little jump in the timeline where we're just going to immediately go into discussing it. So don't feel like your video messed up or it glitched or an incursion is happening. It's just so I don't get flagged so I can keep getting my monetization hours.
This is when I wish I had like long hair so I can like come back to the time to reality like Loki used to do. Like every time Loki came back, he just flipped his hair and he'd be back. You know, there's a compilation of that. That's how I want to. We all just go like this and then we're back.
Where are we? What happened? I've been feeling like that sometimes when I wake up in the morning. Where am I?
See, I almost said so though. Now I'm gonna say, man, that California stuff is too strong. When you wake up like that, dog.
It was dark in this room a second ago. What happened? But all right, we are about to check out the second trailer of Doomsday. I'm gonna make sure that it's not too loud though, so we can also talk. And here we are.
Your go-to spot for everything pop culture, gaming, comics, and the stories that shape the worlds we love. From breaking news to deep dives and wild conversations, if it's geek culture, make sure you like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on all our social media platforms so you never miss a moment. Stay plugged in because this is Straight Outta a Comic Book.
Oh
Sentinels?
my God.
Sentinels?
Real looking Sentinels too.
Yes.
So
what's terrifying to me, I'm sorry, I know y'all speechless, but what's terrifying to me is the 2 fingers with Stormbreaker, bro. And he ain't even put no full action into the little magic he threw, and your boy is off over there laid out.
It's
talking about the God of Thunder.
It's the intensity in his eyes for me though through all of this in this trailer. Like his eyes tell so much with him.
Right there.
Like there's so much of a story in him just looking at us where it's like, yo, are y'all gonna really make me side with him? Because that's what it's saying.
Well, I'm pretty sure y'all already know the story, right? Y'all know what happened.
There's a mixture though, so it's a mixture of different stories of Doom
that they're cherry picking.
Yeah, so we know we're moving in the battle world, but we're also trying to figure out some of the things as to what's going to happen as how he gets there. Because one thing I will say about watching this trailer, this one got a little bit more intense to make me think we starting off on the BS.
We
out the gate.
Ain't no waiting for this one. This is like, because we thought like that was Thor's first time sort of seeing him, right? Like, who knows now? Who knows? I just feel like
I think we do.
There's so many emotions that are happening right now because we gonna lose again. We setting up for another L, but just Sue telling the story. Like that's all you need for. People talked about no build up, right? Mm-hmm. the Doomsday Clock, when we started that was your build to Doom. And we're learning little things as we go, whether it's through movies or mainly through these trailers. The 5 they released and then the one before and then this one, we're learning as we go with Doom. And that's your build, man. That's all I need to see. They don't really have to show me anymore. We got Sentinels in come on, man. My man's rolling up to the party with Sentinels with an S.
Yeah, not just one. Yeah, multiple. Yeah.
Dude, man.
Like I said before, it got something to do with the baby. Remember at the end of Fantastic Four, he was holding that baby and looking at that baby. He was holding Franklin and looking at Franklin. It got something to do with the baby. And I think it had something to do with him losing his baby. And that's what made him go crazy.
Well, I think what's gonna happen is, because even in seeing this thing, what it looks like is an incursion is happening. So even with now that we know, because now we know who Torch is holding, because in the first trailer this was zoomed out, so we just saw blonde hair, so we assumed he's holding Sue. But now that we know he's holding Franklin,
yeah.
But it looks like an incursion is happening behind him. So could this be the Fantastic Four's world clashing together? And then also, is this happening in the beginning of the film? Because what really got me interested was this scene of him jumping out of the window.
Yeah.
These are 2 different suits if you look at it.
Yeah.
This one only has one of the pendants with the chain, and it doesn't have the embroidered chest plate on here. This one looks more like the classic Doom. Like, watch, I'm gonna play it back real quick.
I can't believe we here, man.
You see that? That's not the same suit that Thor's fighting Doom in. You see that?
I see it. I see it because of that giant belt, but I see it better now. Okay, you see it better now when he's coming with the light.
Yeah. And then we go to this one. Look at all of the that's not in there.
Yep, that's not.
So he's in 2 different suits in this trailer, which either makes me believe these are 2 different scenes, or this is before the witches finally figure out how to empower him, and then that's when you get all of these hieroglyphics on him, and his magic is now included with him.
Man,
because
this makes me so happy, man.
And then looking at this view, the few heroes we got left, bro, this make me so sad. Like we go lose. Again, like Dia said, we about to lose again.
This could be in the first hour of the movie. Because even looking at this, like, I don't know why, but I got the feeling like they're somewhere where they're out of time. Like they're in a pocket of time being protected. And it's this house that's like maybe in between universes as something else is going on. Because this don't look like they just like, hey, we meeting up here just because it seemed like a safe place. This seemed like, yo, this is where we got to go. And this is really all that's left.
And it seems like they were all in that room together. That at least this setting together. Can we
let me know though? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Can we skim back to Magneto too, man, if we can? Because Ian McKellen looks freaking dope still as Magneto, man, with the lump, man.
Come on, man. This reminded me of Dune a little bit. I was like, is this a trans grandfather? What's happening there? What is this? But this also shows me, though, with this one and seeing this scene, I was like, yo, I can only imagine how many people ain't in this room because they dead.
Yeah.
Because that's what this was giving me. Like, when you look at this looks like after a fight, after they've been defeated.
Yep. And trying to figure out, how do we defeat this guy now?
Yeah. So for me, I feel like multiple attacks are gonna happen that may not even necessarily fully include Doom. I think that Thor fight is where Doom finally has it all together. Like, he's got the magic, he knows his goal, he knows what he needs to do, to the whole shebang. And I think one thing that's really been like getting me, and again, I could be very wrong about this is what's been bothering me a lot.
The clock?
The clock?
Because if you look at the clock isn't the release date.
It's 4 months though, right?
4 months, 3 hours, 3 days,
again,
and 2 hours.
Yes, but if you add this up, this is not a time when a movie drops, because a movie will normally drop either at 12 or some kind of showing. This has to do with the actual movie. This is an actual clock, meaning something is going to happen in this movie where this clock is telling us this is how much time.
So it hits 0 in the movie, is what you're saying?
Yes. When I started adding this up, I was like, this don't end to say like, hey, it's in theaters. It's ending like this is when all of this is going to come to an end.
Or it's gonna start. When the clock hits 0, that's when it's gonna start.
Like I think
that's when Doom is gonna
Doomsday for everything in that story is gonna happen. Like say if it's all incursions coming in and we're getting Battle World, the clock for that happening is this, not when the movie drops.
Not for that. That would
that's a hell of a theory.
Because why we keep showing the time? Like we know it's coming out 12/18, but why clock?
That's the idea of
a key thing for them.
It has been, but we know the Doomsday Clock, right? Like that was, I felt like that was always the play on it. I think I just accepted like, okay, when release day comes, boom, we're Doomsday happens on that Friday. Whatever. Because obviously showings are earlier, and then on Thursday night you got showings too. Mm-hmm. But so that's gonna be interesting to see. I'm probably gonna pay more attention to the clock now. Before we paid attention to it when they released the little teasers before, right? People were trying to decipher times and codes and that. I got tired, man. I'll see you on the 18th. I'll see you on the 18th.
I get it. No, I get it.
We'll be there to talk about it, to watch.
We'll be there to talk about it. But it struck me because it was just like, why do they keep mentioning this clock? Like I get, like you said, Dion, I get, okay, Doomsday, the Doomsday clock is counting down, but I'm like, it can't just be because it's coming out. Like Russo brothers are way too creative for that. Like for them to even put out a image when they made Endgame, for them to like have us figure out what the name of Avengers was. And it's like, hey, the name of the Avengers movie is in this picture.
Yeah, and you heard it. You heard it.
There's too many Easter eggs that they love to leave where I'm like, this can't just be for marketing purposes with them. Because even they're bringing it up. So it's like the Doomsday Clock has started, and it's like, okay, we know Avengers are going to lose. Like, y'all not winning. So it's like, so it's like, why is this so significant? Because if this was really just, like you said, to play off of, hey, it comes out December 18th. It's like, okay, that's fine, but December 18th is a variation for everybody around the world. Like, it's, and the movie comes out Thursday. So it has to do with something more in the movie itself than just for promotion in theaters.
It's checking all those boxes though too, Will. Like either way, it's like, because didn't they have the clock up in Times Square? Like they had the clock up, which is wild to even think. Yeah,
but when they had the clock in Times Square, wasn't it like 10, 6, 7 or something like that?
It was months ago. Yeah, it was months ago. I don't even know if it's still there, but
also think about that too.
I'm gonna keep up with this because I'm anxious to see what this leads to or how this works.
And the fact it take place in New York, they did that clock to drop. Where's most of this fight gonna be in with the Avengers?
It's gonna be in New York.
And then even come in where she's talking about it and telling us this, but for you to now go, hey, this how we start?
What's this?
What is this?
Where are we?
Because I kept trying to zoom in and I was like, I don't see any futuristic buildings, so it didn't seem like it was Fantastic Four's Earth.
That looked like the ruins of Titan.
Almost, except the sky doesn't match. That's the only thing.
Okay.
This could be anywhere. This could be any of these.
Okay. So let's back up a little bit too. The ship coming at the end of Thunderbolts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we assuming that's like truly the Fantastic Four coming to our
I
Earth.
said that's Doom.
You said it was Doom. I remember you said it was Doom.
I said it's Doom. I think he beats them.
Wait a minute. Wasn't it the ship coming in at the end? That was the ship coming in at the end of Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was the Fantastic Four coming in at the end of Thunderbolts because they were coming to warn the new Avengers about Doom.
But then we saw Franklin and Torch together, and I agree with Will. That looked like, hey man, big dog, it's over here. But I don't think that would, man. I don't know.
But then
that's the only time we've seen Torch too. I don't think we've seen Torch anywhere else.
You did.
Well, I was going to say this though. But here's the thing: if this is an older, and the baby looks older, Franklin is older, he should have some type of his power should be manifesting right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if that what's happening in the background is because he's scared? It's not like an incursion. It's probably he's trying to protect his uncle.
But if you look at it closely though, when it looks like the flares like we saw in Charles's window when he was you see like Charles right here where he's looking up and the fact to put those two scenes together to show this and then to show that was the first time we saw incursions forming.
Okay.
And to put Storm there in front, I don't think Storm is. I'm sorry. I need to stop calling Storm to make people up. I don't think Human Torch is in this movie, which means Doom may be setting up Battle World already and made Johnny the Sun like he did in the comics.
Dude, man.
He about to explode the brain, bro. You going?
Well, because essentially Doom gets everything he wants, right? He wants he wants Sue, he wants the baby, he wants the life that Mr. Fantastic has. He took it. Like he by hook or crook, he took it. I'm anxious to see because Will was talking about what did we cherry pick though? Did we cherry pick that and say like we're gonna do that? Or did we leave that on the shelf this time? We don't know for sure. But if that's how this movie ends and we get to Battle World, because we already know some friendly neighborhood superhero is off world, right? Like towards the end.
Yeah.
But
I think both of y'all might be right.
Get happy, man. Like
so I think Dion, you're right because I think he is going to get what he wants because of what he went through. Sue, they already know him from his past. I think someone killed his family and it drove him crazy, son and his wife. So he wants, like you said, what Mr. Fantastic has, and by any means necessary.
But then
I don't think they died.
You don't think his family died?
I think he flipped it. I think they flipped it with the comic book of his mother. I think Mephisto has his wife and child.
So because he could, okay.
Because remember, in the comic books, that's how he's supposed to learn magic. Is because his mom made a deal with Mephisto and he took her soul.
Because I was just about to ask you who made the deal. I couldn't get it out fast enough. Who made the deal?
Yeah, and so think about it. If he made it or she made it, because again, there's a point where there's in some comics where Doom has to take Latveria from a dictator in order to rule it. And this was like a family that abused the country for like years. And so there's like different version of this where there's ploys of him to take over Latveria, not just come because it's a poverty-stricken place and now he's added to the wealth and took it over. Like he's had to go like, I have to slay this person and become Doom. Well, damn. So what if he made the deal? Or what if she made the deal to protect him? Because I think
could possibly that theory could possibly be the one that caused all of this mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, the power of Doom comes from the Beyonders, right? Like that's
God Emperor Doom. That's
yes.
God.
Okay,
but it comes from the witches, right? The witches that imbued him with the magic,
which we saw their attires at DragonCon. San Diego Comic-Con, right? Mm-hmm. Like we saw those, and people have their theories of who's in those suits or who's part of that group. Damn, man. I wish this was more joyful of a movie, but I understand. I think
we're gonna be crying. I think we're gonna be crying all the way through this joint.
Well, man, I truly believe now there will be a new MCU after these two movies. Like there's no doubt about it. Yeah. And it's like another volume now, man. This is volume 2 of the MCU that we're gonna get after this. Who's in that? Maybe a young Avengers, Spider-Man. Obviously, we got to make more billions, and who knows what else, man? Like the stories we're gonna be able to tell now. We get T'Challa, we get T'Challa Jr. back.
Yes.
Like it's maybe hook up with Storm. Who knows?
Yes.
This is gonna be dope, man. Like I like this, him in that helmet too with that. This makes me feel so happy as a fan to be like, okay.
It makes me feel happy and sad because I know this is the last time we're gonna get to see him.
We thought the last time was Ian McKellen, but everybody. We thought the last time was gonna be the last time.
Yeah, we did.
Man, dancing in his living room. That's all he's doing for the rest of his life.
Which he deserves.
Yeah, he back.
Exactly.
Sir Ian deserves to be. Hey, if you want to frolic in the field all day, you've earned it. You've been
This looks good, man. This looks good.
Look, him and his homie. You know what I'm saying?
But this tells us a lot more looking into this trailer. Not necessarily giving anything away plot wise fully, but it does show like we're gonna start off thick. Like like take Avengers Endgame when they fought at the end. That's opening credits for Doomsday. Like, yo, what?
Like, hey, remember what I said though? When I said, why can't they just have one day where they just like eating popcorn and watching movies? It's like just playing cards and chilling. You know what I'm saying? It always got to be some shit. Somebody always got to bring some shit down to earth, and we always got to fight. Why? Why we can't just take a day off?
I mean, because a day off sucks. Captain America and the Winter Soldier showed us that. What we finna go do?
Hey, man.
Our sister on a fishing boat? Like, I don't want to do that shit. Like, man, bro.
Yes, I do want to. I don't want to fight every day, Will. We got to fight every day?
No, every day. You're thinking as a I ain't gonna call you middle age, so I'm sorry. You're thinking as
old.
A youthful black man with a family that works and has a 9-to-5 type stuff. That's what you thinking about. So you're like, man, can I just get a Sunday, put my feet up, play my
Damn, man. That's all I want to do is watch the door, play one game, bro. That's it. Just leave me alone for 2 hours, dog.
Then you wouldn't became a hero.
You're right, but damn it,
you see,
that's one day.
That's why you go work at S.H.I.E.L.D. because then you get
why you sound like Achilles talking to that little boy when he was on that horse? And that's why nobody will remember your name. That was the coldest line to ever tell a kid, bro, in a movie, bro.
Yo, because think about it, man. Like, back during them times, you could die just in a random place and ain't nobody gonna know.
True. That.
Yo, the whole
walking down the streets of Rome, dead.
Gone. Didn't nobody bury you, nothing. They don't know where
they walk right over you. Yeah.
They don't know where your remains are no more. Like you were just lost to the history of Earth, which is crazy.
That sucks.
Yeah, man. Really but again, we find out all of this December 18th. Again, I want to keep it pushing because we do got a lot to cover. So the next thing that we're going to be talking about is Vision Quest. Now, before we get into that though, Dion, your final thoughts on the trailer and leading to Doomsday. Like,
you had my money a year ago, I feel like. But this just keeps adding to it, man. We see more of Doom. Like I said, like we're seeing that story of Doom being built through these previews and trailers that, like, if you're blind going in, you know he's something to be messed with, something to be trifled with, nothing to be trifled with, right? But it's good to see with all this stuff that's happening, the incursions, the universe is coming together. The fact that they're sitting in a room, the Fox guys and superheroes are sitting in a room with the MCU Disney guys, and that just makes me feel, even if it's a bad time, I was like, y'all all together, man. Like 25 plus years of stories are right there between those characters, and Doom's gonna come wipe it all out. And then we start over. So, pretty much. It's gonna be a hell of a ride, man. I can't wait to get to Secret Wars after this, but I don't want to look too far ahead because this one's gonna be a good one, man. 4 months let's build a time machine to go to the future. Like let's do that.
Let's not, because you're gonna ruin it for yourself.
So here's what we do. We give Doc a cancer we can treat, but we tell him we can't treat it. So they let him
Oh
watch
my.
it early, and we his caretakers.
The fuck?
We could go watch it. We're like, he
Why
can't
the
go.
fuck? Don't give me cancer. No.
I'm saying it's
The
curable. I said we got the cure. You'll be all right.
That's still
You'll be
fucked up.
okay.
Give it to your cat or something.
The cat can't watch the movie. It's the guy.
No, but I'm the caregiver of the cat, so I gotta watch the movie and translate. Come on, man. We can make something up, bro. You ain't got to give me
nothing.
nothing.
You only worry about him. You see how you only worry about him? I had.
Oh, that's what it is.
All three of us get to go watch the movie. This man talking about giving it to a cat so he can go translate it to the cat.
And then I come back and let y'all know what it is.
No,
we just gonna tell them we just gonna tell them he got dementia and he ain't gonna remember it.
He's got 4 months. 4 months.
God. Really? Don't put that on your board.
You didn't take the cancer thing. You didn't take the cancer thing. We had a cure for it. It's like, yo, all you gotta do is have a little bit of cancer for
I'm not taking it at all.
So
not even a little bit.
Do we think the runtime for this gotta be like 3 hours, right? Like it's
at least 2 hours. At least 2 hours and 25 minutes. Like Spider-Man.
They said it's
no,
3 hours.
It's gotta be longer than Spider-Man.
It's 3 hours.
Yeah, they said it's 3 hours. I don't even think that include credits. They said that bitch knocking on 3 hours.
Good.
Damn.
Good.
So,
good.
But let's keep it pushing. Now we are going to check out the Vision Quest trailer, one of the shows that not a lot of us has been excited for or thought that it was going to hit. But they released a trailer for it at D23. Once again, the same way that we're doing with Avengers Doomsday, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to watch the trailer, but if you're watching this full episode, can't show the trailer because of copyright. So we're going to do another jump to where we'll get right into talking about it. But you can go watch us reacting as a part of the entire thing. The Doomsday reaction, the Vision Quest, all of that is one video that you can see below. Click on it in the description so you can watch our full reaction, the full conversation in its entirety. But now, here is the Vision Quest trailer.
Your go-to spot for everything pop culture, gaming, comics, and the stories that shape the worlds we love. From breaking news to deep dives and wild conversations, if it's geek culture, make sure you like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on all our social media platforms so you never miss a moment. Stay plugged in because this is straight out of a comic book.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Yeah, I keep forgetting his real name, but Raymond Reddington, that's my guy. That's just the voice. Like, I love it. David Spader. Yeah, I absolutely love it. James Spader. Yeah, James Spader. Yes. I just gave him a name, didn't
yeah, you did.
But I'm not gonna even lie to you. I wasn't checking for Vision Quest.
None of us were.
But this trailer, I might have to check it out.
Don't do that, Dion. You gave.
Let me just say this. I was checking for it because it was something that was left unsolved. Okay, that was the reason why.
Because the way he just flew off and nobody said anything.
Yeah, so that's something that obviously with a character like Vision connected to Wanda, connected to everything she's connected to, there's got to be some conclusion to that. And this is like the conclusion of those three shows. The Agatha All Along, WandaVision, and this. So in my mind, I'm just thinking like, okay, we're gonna let Ultron out again, and what happens then?
I don't think they're gonna let Ultron out. Ultron is essentially stuck in his brain. It's up to him to either keep him locked up or release it. And I don't think he's gonna release it into the world. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to him having to save his son.
I don't think it's a thing of releasing him. I think it's a thing of kind of like what we talked about earlier before we started with Professor Clump. I think this is a Vision who has two versions in him. Because remember, this was originally supposed to be Ultron. You're written off of Ultron's code. So it's believable that a piece of him still stays within you. And this is a blank slate, is what I'm also catching. Because remember when we left off with WandaVision, the real Vision had opened this Vision's mind up. So although he don't know everything, the pieces are kind of
got
there.
all the
He just has to
the memories.
He just has to put them all together. And so again, once you have that, you have a blank mainframe of a body, and you have two AIs in there, which is why he said this place is getting crowded. I don't think it's because of the people. I think it's because two things are trying to take in this body. I think Ultron is one half of the brain, and then the other half of the brain is the original Vision. And those people you see are his personalities, his ego, his id, and the other thing that's about your mind and stuff like that. I think those are helpers trying to piece together who he is.
I can see that. But
this looks good.
Man,
this looks good too.
It does look good.
The most I don't know the more I don't know going in, the better. You know what I mean? Right. Like that's why I will say next to Loki, WandaVision is my favorite. Is my favorite Marvel TV show. Like WandaVision we were lost for about 4 episodes, man. Everybody.
The first 4 episodes.
Like, did you see it? I saw it. Did you see it? What was that of? I don't know what the hell happened.
If you want to watch old TV though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's what it makes me want to do. But it was so good just being blind to everything too, and seeing how like we're playing with like two minds here with Vision, which one will conquer and be the end, because he's going it's Vision Quest, man. October is close though. And this is the first trailer they released for it. That's interesting.
And I'm curious though, do they drop all of it, or do we go week to week?
But they've never dropped all of it. Disney, right? They've never dropped all of it.
Yeah, they did. Echo dropped all of their episodes.
Okay, they sure did. Okay.
Wonder Man dropped all the episodes.
Yep, dropped all of their Wonder Man.
Wonder Man
yeah. I feel like these were the ones that were in the chamber and done, and they were just like, yo, rather than rolling it out week to week and having to pay for marketing, they were like, hey, we'll just pump it all into one and then throw it out there. I don't know least with Vision Quest though.
I would say at least Vision Quest got some type of marketing. We ain't get none of that for Ironheart. It was just like, here's Ironheart, boom.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It was low compared to the other stuff, right?
Yeah, it was.
But this October 14th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The next thing after that is Doomsday, right? We'll probably get 8 episodes of this.
Live action wise, yeah, but we have also the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Amazing Spider-Man season 2 coming out.
Yeah, man, that too. Because I'm trying to think, will this have any connection to Doomsday? Do you think?
Supposedly it does. I don't think it has a big connection to it. I think it's more heavily focused on completing the trilogy of Wanda. But I think it does have something that implies going to Doomsday, because it is involving his son to go look for Billy, and no telling what he also stumbles upon, because we also don't know where this is taking place. So if it's showing Billy, it's like, okay, we're past Agatha all along. So does Vision know Wanda's dead? Does he really remember Wanda in a sense? Because when she brought it up, I remember we used to come in here with this redhead. He didn't answer. He didn't say anything. Almost to the point where
he did. He said, "I'm just by myself now." He said that.
Oh, okay. So he does know that.
Yeah, because he was looking at what they carved in the table.
Well, again, that's just showing us that. But does he know that? So when he says
he understand what that is, yeah. What does he know?
Well, my question is, if they're not making any more TV shows, right? Will we get like a complete conclusion? No, I'm just saying for this, will we get a complete conclusion from the whole trilogy from Wanda, Agatha all along, and now Vision Quest? Will it end completely, or will they like give us a little teaser at the end of this that leads us to Doom? Like, will he be in Doomsday?
That's I'll take one part of that. I think this concludes the Wanda story a little bit, because the way the text was on the screen, it was like, this is like the ending of the epic saga. So whatever it said,
the final of the trilogy.
Yeah. So I think we'll get more answers towards this one. Will it lead to Doomsday, man? It's hard to say, because it's Marvel and they always lead us towards something, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting how this ends. Maybe we don't get Vision anymore, or Wanda anymore. But I feel like we're gonna get Wanda eventually again.
But then I'm kind of like on. I'm sorry, Will. I'm kind of like on the train you were at the end of WandaVision when he flew off. Like, then what do we do with this amazing character? We just,
characters got to come to an end at one point.
And
I think like we saw Vision die, so it's like this really like it's really over for him already.
We did. That was sad, man.
Like, there's just a new version of him, but I think what it is though, I think this version and in this series, if we're tying anything to Doomsday, the closest thing I'm thinking of tying to Doomsday is Death is after Billy for Doom.
Okay.
And I think that's why he's looking for Vision. I think Death is after him because of Agatha, because he let Agatha get away. And I think that's what we're going to be tying into, because it's like we're still focused on her children. And it's like, okay, why is her children still coming up? But I think because of that, we saw Billy, so we know Wiccan is there, but we're talking about the other one. And they didn't say which son it was. So that's the other.
Say your son.
Yeah, showing images of this person. It's like, okay, which one is this? And does Billy show? So I think if you're having anything tied into it, it's tying into the magical side that we're supposed to be seeing happening with Doom. But just because I know Vision Quest was already playing like during Kang when they were getting ready for that. I'm not sure if the full story itself is going to connect with Doom, or if they're just going to drop a little Easter egg, kind of like how they might do with Endgame. That's also coming out in September. And they say you have to, and unfortunately for us, they say you have to go watch it in order.
Why you say it like that? You have to.
I don't want to pay to go rewatch a movie I got already just because you do some extra shit in there, man. Put that on Disney Plus.
And isn't it like only like 7 minutes of new stuff or something like that? I felt like I read that somewhere.
It's I don't know the full.
And it's sprinkled throughout the movie.
It's sprinkled throughout. Yeah, originally it was like the end credit is going to show you how it leads into Doom. Now apparently there's several things thrown in now that builds it up to get us to Doom, and I'm just like,
but I'm like, isn't that smart marketing to get more money before Doom?
Man, fuck them.
Because people are going to go and watch that just for those 7 extra minutes.
You got enough.
We are going to go and watch it for the 7 extra minutes.
Not in this economy. You go and watch that for us. Then you tell us what happened. I'm waiting till it come out on Disney Plus. And even shout out to them for D23, because I that is one of the benefits of having this on here, was that they put everything on Disney Plus. So like all of the trailers that we're seeing that I just showed, all of that is on the Disney Plus app. Like they released it as soon as they dropped it. They have another showcase that they had from like 7 to 9 that they streamed on Disney Plus, as well as like the concert that they had with all the Disney princesses, like everybody, not just the live action people that played them, but the actual people who sung in the animated version, and all of them sung.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's Ariel? Judy Benson? Was that her name?
Yep.
She came out for that.
All there, bro. Mulan singer was there. Ariel was there. The only ones that didn't make it was what's her face from Hercules, Meg. But she did a video of her and 2 other people singing the song.
Were the muses there? I wish the muses was there. What?
We have to watch that.
There's a concert you can check out the full concert on Disney Plus app where they have all of that. Yeah, and then of course the girl that played Moana did her song, killed it. Tiana from is there as well.
From Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, it's a great. I would say if you got time, you remember when we were.
I did see a video of we had Brandy and the young lady that did Princess Frog and what's her name? Haley Bailey, right?
Yep. Everyone that's a Disney princess is there for that concert. Mm-hmm. And it reminded me of, because like you remember when we were younger and how Disney would have like special events that was going to premiere on ABC Sunday at 7. Yeah. Like I saw a commercial of this one. I was like, oh, y'all took back old school. I was like, oh.
And the first one I saw was Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston.
But even like the concerts though, like the concerts, they would have like a special edition concert with such and such and such and such from the movie Aladdin performing the whole world. Want to check it out this Sunday at 7 p.m. only on ABC. And I'm like, that's what this stuff like.
Yep.
I was like, you kids don't know about that. But you can check all of that out on D23 as well as the trailers. And I would suggest it too. They're all in high definition. I was up at 2 a.m. just replaying Avengers Doomsday on the video. Show me again. Show me again. Show me that throne room again. I was like, I need that.
Man, that thing looks.
So I give it about 6 months, and that's what your background is going to be.
Probably.
That throne room.
But like, why you got so much green in your background? Don't worry about it. What's wrong with your voice? It is fine.
It is fine.
That's man.
But they giving it to us. But now the big
yeah, man.
Now,
yeah, man.
We have all been clamoring. We've all been saying this person should play this person. This is who we want to see play this person. This is who we think this person is going to be. Oh, we heard this person had this meeting. They're probably going to get cast as this. At D23, we learned a little bit of the cast of the X-Men reboot that is dropping May 5th, 2028.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just want you to think about that. Secret Wars come out December 2027. And 5 months later, we get X-Men. But I want to go through them first. Then we talk about it. So, of course, the one we do know, I mean, if you haven't watched Spider-Man and you didn't know this, I'm sorry. Spoilers, I guess.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's your fault by now.
Yeah.
You're right. I know by now. Sadie Sink has been cast as Jean Grey. No notes at all.
No.
I don't. I think this is a great one. But next, we now have our Cyclops in Kit Connor. Now, for those that may not know who Kit is, I believe I have his information here. Actually, I may not because I don't know what happened to it.
So he was
not too familiar with his work, but also though I wanted to get a better picture of him because there were a lot of pictures that people were putting of him to Cyclops, and it wasn't favorable. So that's why I wanted to pick this one because I feel like this one I was like, okay, this brother looked like Cyclops here.
Yeah, I think they may have like teased this one a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
it came up on my radar a few weeks ago because he was he was like a young Elton John in Rocket Man. I think they put from that movie, but I'm not mad at it, man. Like it's like here's the thing. I think with the entire cast, we had to get they look right. Well, we can go. I'm not gonna take your show over, Will, but they just look. It looks right. Like I can see him in that and the whole cast. It's good that he's not like relatively unknown. He's been working. He's had shows. He's been in movies, but it's a fresh face in the world of superheroes, and that's always a plus. So
yeah, especially especially what we want to do when it comes to like building a franchise, because it's like this isn't just one movie that we're gonna do. Like
for years to come.
Yeah, this is for years to come, and I like it because I was like, okay, he is like relatively tall. It's not like a short guy that's playing him. I was like, yo, this guy looks like a leader. I was like, I can see you as a leader because I think he's he's like you said, he's in Rocket Man. He's in his Dark Materials. I think is one. He's like the voice of something on there. So he's like again, like nothing that's been a real breakout role has actually done a lot of voiceover stuff. Actually, he was in Xenoblade. He's done
Wild Robots.
Yeah, Wild Robots.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, so he's been in somewhere, but it's like one of those when you see this, it's like this is his breakout role because he was even in Ready Player One. He was one of the Rebel kids. So I think this is a good one and a good chance to stand out as Cyclops and really put your stamp on it because outside of James Marsden, we don't have another live action Cyclops. So if I could get
we got one.
Yeah, the dude that
from
the other one
who starred in Ready Player One.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
oh, you just gonna skip over that young man? Okay, then.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah, man.
That was Scott Summers.
But But Kit has like leading man energy too. It looks like.
Yes.
Like I like the kid who was or the guy who was in Ready Player One. I didn't like the movie, but I mean, and X-Men is whatever it was after Days of Future Past. But I don't think he could have been like that person you insert into this role. We needed fresh faces too. So we needed to end all of that because nobody was ever coming back from that franchise. At least I don't think they were. So we're done with that. Yeah. But he gives that like, okay, he could, like you said, he could be a leader. And he's got to lead this team, man.
Yeah, I can see the visor. I see him in the suit. I can see him going, to me, my X-Men. And I'm like, I can see him saying it. No, real disrespect.
No knock to him. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just like, no, this may be a pause moment. I ain't like his lips. I don't because like I
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
In a mask when all you see is this, because that's what fucked up Val Kilmer in Batman when he was just
he did again. I guess we're just gonna lean into this. He did have his lips were puckered a lot. He had more lips than any other.
The duck face.
Like then the light just right on his face thing that they were doing with him, and he just
okay. All right, I guess we're just going head first into the say. Best lips to hide this, Peter Weller, RoboCop.
Yeah, that was a great. Perfect. I was like, yo, the only other person I can see doing it now is John Cena. That's it. he got the cut. I was like, hey,
that square jaw.
You do me this?
Yeah.
But I see it with him because the first thing I looked at, I was like, what do he look like with the visor? And I was like,
oh, that is a good test, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, all right.
That's what I say. You can see it.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I couldn't see it. I was like, who is this dude?
No,
but that's what I'm okay. You know what it is though?
But see, Will, sometimes you be tripping because when we do our casting, I be putting a new face in, you be like, but he ain't did shit. And I'd be like, well, I really don't know this guy, but he does look like he would fit this role.
But you pick motherfuckers who don't fit the role or be too new where we don't know them.
Hey, we got to give him a chance. Like, I hope he proves himself.
Give me at least one thing he broke out with.
Hey,
or at least make it where he looked the part. Because what I remember when you picked Booster Gold, I was like,
who did you pick for Booster Gold?
You remember? I picked the old boy that played MacGyver. The new MacGyver.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we picked him for Flash.
I want to play Havoc in First Class.
Y'all picked him for Flash.
Yeah. Booster Gold was Glenn Powell for me, I think.
That's what it was for me. Or from American Pie. Stifler. I was like,
Sean Williams was Sean Williams.
Yeah. I was like Stifler, either Stifler or Glenn Powell, but it probably Glenn Powell just he's a little younger and he could carry the franchise.
This works though.
Then we have Christopher Abbott as Professor X. He has been in Kraven. Again, another one that's kind of like nothing breaking out so much. But enough to where it's like, okay, I see why you want to do this. Because at first, I when I first saw this, I was like, do I really want this? But I think too, I got it because of I wanted an older version of him.
Yeah.
Hey, but I got to remember, like, one, we don't know where they're starting off with these X-Men. Are they fully X-Men, or are they just starting? But also, too, the reason why I like it because of this, and we don't know where it is because we've seen all those versions already. We saw First Class when they came together. We saw when they were already established with the Fox universe. We even saw it in the middle where the main of them, were kids. And they hadn't really got together to be X-Men. So we already seen those. So I'm just like, okay, I'm curious to see where we're starting off when it comes to this. But Chris Abbott, though, is a good actor. Like, I don't care what nobody said. Like, I've seen him in Poor Things. I've seen him in Wolfman. He was a hunter in Kraven the Hunter. So it's there.
Yeah, this kind of works because just age-wise, right? Kit Connor is 22. He's 40. So I feel like that's enough
in our
of a
range.
time frame to be like, here's a teacher, a mentor here. But it's, man, I think the only thing is going to be like, we got to. Patrick Stewart was great, right? And then so was oh my god, who was in Days of Future Past? Who was
James
the
May,
guy from Wanted. What's his name?
Yeah,
exactly.
Were really good
Yeah.
as so those are the two benchmarks there to try to
big
clear.
shoes to fill. Big shoes.
Very much so. I think out of all the casting here, that's the one where I'm almost like a wait and see. Where it's like, man, that's a heavy lift, man.
It's a big one. It's a big lift.
Yeah.
Those are shoes to fill. And like James really only, I'm not gonna say only, because he is a great actor, but he didn't have such of a lift because you're playing the past version of him.
You're same version, but you're younger. Yeah.
So it's like now there's a way for you to carve your own thing, but now you have to carve out a new Professor X. So it's like, are you going to give us 97 X-Men Xavier? Like, which version do you pull from? The one thing I will say though is this, and I don't care what you say, Fahey. He better be bald when this movie starts.
He's got to be. He will be.
I don't know hair. I don't know. That boy better be bald and his legs.
You don't want no beard. You don't want no hair. And
Considering how comic book accurate we've gotten as of late, that's the one thing that I'm not worried about him coming in bald, not being bald. Like, hey,
I get a little.
There's no way he's not bald.
Just saying, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen with them. And then our next one, which I feel like it's kind of just like a dead giveaway, is Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, aka the White Queen, aka you can wrap your legs around me in diamond shape. I ain't gonna trip. Has been cast. If you don't know her, she's from Ready or Not. She is considered one of the scream queens of the horror genre right now. But this one also too, no notes. This was already announced before D23. I have no notes on this. And I love
picture. I think that's her.
That's her. That is her. I was like, full build everything. And then I love that she's a huge nerd. That's one thing that I love. I saw like a video she had out where she literally was saying like she goes nowhere without her PlayStation 5. Like when they're on set and she got to be on a movie for 3 to 6 months, her PlayStation is there, and her passion for open world video games. I was like, come on, man, why you doing this? Well, that's smart. Like I already liked you, like because you've done some good stuff. Don't make me ride for you right now, girl. Stop that. Don't you do that to us.
She's ripped right from the comic book, man. Like that looks like her.
That looked just like her. And I think she's gonna give an amazing performance as the White Queen. So, but we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Okay. Now we had heard, in case you don't know, this is Indy Navarrete. If you don't know her, she has been the it girl in the horror genre right now for all of 2026. And as far as movies go, she is Nikki from Obsession. So she has hit the big time. But before people try to get in the comments, I haven't seen anything too bad about it, but I just want to make it clear that this wasn't her first role and they just was like, oh, because of this, put her in Marvel. She's actually been in DC before too, because she was in Superman and Lois TV series and she had a recurring role there. So she does
a lot of episodes in there.
Yeah, she was in a lot of episodes. So she definitely has the chops to do it. I love the facial features of her because I know it was jumping the gun, but I'm gonna say it, no pun intended. But I was like, when I saw her in Obsession, she reminded me of like a female young Jim Carrey with her facial expressions. I'm like, I hope you never do anything to your face surgical wise, because the expressions you can give with your face is top tier. But we knew she was having meetings with the people from X-Men, the folks from Marvel, and all of us were assuming Mystique. She definitely can play Mystique. She can do that. And India Navarrete is officially Rogue.
Dude, that one caught me a bit off guard because I don't think I saw the reports from it, But I also saw was Odessa Azion
Yep.
as the like she's talking. And that was the only pictures I saw of her. And
Yeah.
I've been imagining her as Rogue for the last few weeks. And I was like, she would have been, depending on how it looks or how she would look in it, she would have been a dope Rogue too. So
Yeah.
I'm anxious to hear.
Even the one I wrapped my head around though was I don't know her name and I feel bad about that, but she was in that the second season of Beef on Netflix.
Let me find it.
I'm gonna find it. I'm looking for it now. Her name is Kaylee Spaney. She was in Wake Up Dead Man. Did y'all see that? The third Knives Out movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
She was the one in the wheelchair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
Alien Romulus. I was like, I could see her as
right.
Rogue.
Okay.
Yeah. When I looked at her, I was like, I could see her being Rogue and hitting me with the sugar. And I was like, I could see it. Then she walked out. And at first I thought like, yo, this is how unbelievable it was when I first heard it, that I thought that was an AI video I was watching when she got announced. I was like, yo, AI is getting great because I was like, yo, where are they to have these people walking out? Then I looked at the channel I was seeing it on. I was like, no, that's saying Marvel Studios. Wait a minute. Let me click on it. Wait, what? I had to watch it again because it just didn't. It's like even now, it's still not fully registering in my brain. Like India Never Ready as Rogue, and I was like,
she almost looked like Halle Berry to me.
I'm gonna let the comments respond to you on what you just said.
Hey, you can, but she does right there with them strong cheekbones, cheek structure, nose. She almost does.
I think with like the casting of this character too, I feel like it's going to be a switch a little bit because we saw Anna Paquin be that character, play that character for years, but it wasn't anything really like what we've seen from the comic books or the. Say what?
The bar is low.
That. So, but I'm like, this is an opportunity for her to make that character more her too. So, because this first time we're sort of seeing it really fleshed out on in live action. So I hope she's able to take pieces from animation, from comics, and I don't know, Anna Paquin, it just didn't work, man. Like the tone.
Well, that wasn't all on her. But remember, that wasn't all on her. That was
it wasn't.
Yeah,
it's just the tone of the movies at the early 2000s and stuff. It wasn't what it is now. You know.
Yeah.
Especially for female characters and main characters like that in superhero movies. So she's got the opportunity to make this whatever she wants to make it. And all I've asked from here on out since Deadpool and Wolverine is comic book accurate suits. I saw James Marsden in the blue in the trailer. Yep. I need to see this in this movie coming out, 5 months after Secret Wars? So let's see what she do with it, man. It's a blank canvas.
Yeah, it hasn't clicked for me yet, and I don't mean that in a bad way either when it comes to her, because I think she'll deliver. This is one of those, however, where it's like, okay, now I need to see you in the suit, and I also need to hear your voice. I need to hear will you hit the southern drawl of Rogue. I think she can do it. Again, watching Obsession, like when you see some of these movies and you be like, okay, man, they just overhyping this. It ain't really all of that. No,
that movie really that good?
Yeah, it is.
I haven't seen it yet.
And it's because of her. Like when I tell you, like this is the first time I've ever like really jump scared with a lot of stuff or been in a horror film where you're in, like you feel like you're there, and that's what she did. Like she literally like scares the shit out of you. Like this could have damn near been just a documentary for Latino women, because that's what this. Like it's like she's really that good. Like from her facial expressions, the way she changes up in her personalities, because she's playing two different people. Like she's playing herself and then like this alternate version that this wish created of her, where both of them are trapped in the same body. Because there's like parts in here like where in Obsession she's asleep and she's telling the guy like, yo, the real version of her is like, yo, kill me. That version sleeps, she can't hear you. Bro, kill me. Please, kill me. Okay. I cannot live.
I guess I'll check it out tonight because everybody keeps telling me, "Hey, go and watch this and go watch Backrooms." And I was like, "I get to it when I get to it." But
Backrooms is good too. But I will say overall, her performance is what makes it great. Again, the movie itself is still basic plot, but it's her carrying it and how she's acting. You just kind of be like I'll tell you, I'm low key like nervous to meet her ever in real life. And I think she also I want people to be scared of me from that movie. And I'm like, you got it. You got it. Like, I don't want to look you in the eye. Like, I don't want you to hit me with you looking at me and you just start doing this like, nah, bitch, go that way. Go that way. But you pointing up. I said what I said. Go that way.
Go that way.
Go that way.
I'll check it out. But I mean, I really didn't even know who this young lady was when I saw the casting. So like I said, it's all fresh faces, like we were saying earlier, which is great. And like you said, if they nail the voices and they nail the acting, I don't think anyone would really care as long as the movie is good and the story is good.
And the fact that we waited how long for them to be under this umbrella?
Forever.
And what, didn't Kevin Feige work on X-Men 1? Like, wasn't he way back in the day working on X-Men movies?
Full circle moment.
So now he got the rock. I don't think he's gonna fumble this, man. Of all the projects that we have ever had, he's gonna be like really involved in this one.
Honestly, you don't, outside of Blade starting everything, you don't necessarily have an MCU if it wasn't for him. Because they distinctly in the X-Men, like Bryan Singer distinctly said, yo, I'm not pulling from no X-Men comics. Nobody's allowed to read the source material, anything like that. Like, I'm writing it based off of what I know, how I like, and how I want the story to go. Kevin Feige was a producer on X-Men, and he would sneak Hugh Jackman comic books of Wolverine to be able to read to pull the character. Because again, Hugh didn't know too much about it. He was like, yo, I know this is a very popular character amongst Marvel, and I don't want to screw it up for them. But I don't really know what to go off of. So Kevin Feige would literally go into his trailer and hand him comic books to be able to read, to get an accurate hold on it.
That was smart on his part, because I'm glad he did that, because he is our Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Our live action Wolverine.
What's wild too, like Bryan Singer was dead on what he was saying. He didn't want to no source. That's why Wolverine's so tall. Like, that's why he didn't.
He didn't pull nothing. He was just like, yo, I got X-Men and I'm gonna make a movie.
Because he is most definitely not supposed to be taller than Scott.
Yeah. And especially seeing it on Deadpool and Wolverine when he was like, hello, comic accurate short.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Oh, he's supposed to be that tall? Okay.
Yes, 5'3". Yeah, dog. 5'3" is how tall Wolverine is.
Which is why I see why Scott don't take him seriously. Be like, yo, get your little small.
Hey, man. In the original X-Men 97, when he walked off that jet and just punched Scott in the stomach, Scott don't want none. Scott don't want none.
I know, but on real, bro.
He legitimately just walked off the thing.
Yo, but Wolverine do that too, because he also really don't want none with Scott. And because like Scott be looking at it like, all right, bro, listen.
He punched him in the stomach, man.
Don't make me take this visor off and get real with this. That's all I'm telling you, Logan. Like, listen, I only tolerate you because I love Gene, and for some reason, Gene seems to get infatuated with you. Cool. Hey, don't make me take these glasses off and get ugly up in here, Logan. Because remember, I know how to blast all the cells off of the adamantium skeleton where you don't grow back. You might want to fall back, Logan. But that was that version. Then the live action came out, and it was like, man, y'all made Cyclops look like a bitch.
They made him soft, bro.
Yeah,
they made him super soft.
Like, I was like, ugh. It's giving Insecure X to me, and I'm not feeling it.
But dirty they did him in X3. That stunk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So now we have Maya Boyd has been cast as Aurora Monroe. I do not know who this person is. I know she's a Broadway star. Never heard anything about her, but also not mad at it. I was like,
also young, man, 23.
Yeah. And I know they originally wanted the girl from Sinners to play it.
Because I thought she had got picked. Jamie
Well,
Lawson, I thought she had got
yeah,
picked.
yeah, they wanted Perlene because she was in talks of, to play Storm. But the thing is about it, you got to think about it. With Disney and this stuff, we're casting these people to play them for the next 15 years, like 15 to 20 years. So that means the dedication you got to have to signing on to this, because there's going to be movies you're going to miss. There's going to be parts of your life that you're going to miss. And it's not just you being in an X-Men movie. Like, what other movies do they sprinkle you in? Because, supposedly she's going to be in Black Panther 3. And this is
part of the universe.
Yeah, you're part of the universe. So,
and that's why I looked up information, because Ryan Coogler said specifically he was looking for the next Storm. That's why I looked up information to see, like, did he have a hand in choosing her?
He did,
because he normally has a hand in choosing all his characters for Black Panther.
No, he did. He had a pick in picking her, as well as he was the one that fully picked T'Challa, because they were going to sit down. Kevin had said they were going to sit down and start figuring out, hey, who's going to be the next Black Panther? And Ryan was like, oh, I already got him, and I want you to meet him. Like, I promise you, when you meet him, you're going to see why. And they met, and the rest is history. And now we have a new Black Panther. I think it's probably the same way when it came to casting this person, Maya Boyd, as Storm. And what I like about it too is I don't necessarily want to see her come in 97 style. Let me see her get to that. Because again, like she got a dark ass past. So it takes a while before Aurora gets to the mistress of the elements and she's talking winds take me and my enemies. Like, if you don't just start off with that.
You don't.
No.
Yeah, I want to see that confidence get built.
So are we thinking, like, because considering when it comes out, considering how we saw Sadie Sink finish up with Spider-Man, this is like the building, like the young team. Like, we're building. We're not going to be well-oiled machine yet. But do we think we're gonna be? Do you think you're gonna be one?
We don't know. It's because again, we saw Jean. We don't know where Jean ends up. We don't know where Professor X is in all of this. So I think it's very difficult to pinpoint what's gonna happen because of Secret Wars. Because we don't know where everything's gonna land. Because we could be seeing all people. Secret Wars happen, and then by the X-Men movie, they full out X-Men. Because they've been saying that they're going to sprinkle them throughout different stuff. So if we're getting Storm in Black Panther 3, it's like, okay, if it's coming out May 5th, 2028, and it comes out before Black Panther 3, then we've already seen Storm. How does Storm integrate into this? And then I like that it is young, because you have a young T'Challa. So if they end up together, it's like, hey, at least it's age appropriate and it makes sense. So I'm not mad at any of these castings. And then, of course, I think this was probably the biggest one out of all of them. Indy was the biggest shock, but knowing that Adam Driver is Mister Sinister.
This was good.
No notes.
This was good. This was good.
Yeah, like no notes. I'd also took him as Magneto when he threw it out. I was like,
me too.
I was like, hey, man, now that hair white, get the helmet. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's
do
it. Let's do it. I was convinced because I remember a friend of mine, Boss Logic. Boss Logic is an incredible designer. Oh, yeah. And when he made a design of Adam Driver as Magneto with the white hair, the helmet. I was like, okay.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing. Adam Driver, if given the role or whatever, he can kill it. So I'm not even mad about. I'm not mad about anything about it. But it's just this was. All right, let's run with it. I'm cool.
But to say that that's their villain in the first one, we rolling out this. Also, notice we have not cast Magneto yet.
Nope. Or at least they haven't made an announcement of it yet.
The dude that they cast for Beast, he turned the role down.
That's all of that's still floating around. I don't know if none of us know if that's real, because he still hasn't commented on that. But we don't know if that's technically for real. But also, the question I want to get into before we get into our last parts of this, because I know we got to wrap. Would you be okay with the X-Men movie that's coming out in May if Magneto wasn't in it? If we're strictly focusing on Sinister, or do you need Magneto?
I'm okay. It hits because I know I know he'll be there. Mm-hmm. It's sort of like Batman and Joker. I don't need Joker all the time, you know. I know he's lurking out there. We can play around with the other cards that we got dealt. If there's no Magneto, maybe a hint of him somewhere towards the end to ratchet up the rest of the universe, sure. But I'm okay with it. If there's no Magneto in the first one and it's just solely they're focusing on him, let's do that. I think that's a better direction than like just shoehorning villains in or notable names in.
Doc, your thoughts?
I agree with that because I was getting ready to say if you give me a little bit of Magneto on like the end credits, cool. But I don't necessarily need him in this movie for this movie to be great.
Yeah. I'm like, treat him like a big bad. Like, I would love for it to be like an end credit where Charles is at the mansion and he's reading and he walks in and he goes, "Hello, my old friend." And then the door turns and you just kind of, and it's just standing there. It ain't even got to be dressed as Mag, but it's just like you see the white curled hair cut off. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then we ratchet up.
Yeah, build up Eric Lyncher. If we're going to Sinister, let it fully focus on Sinister. But let it be where, because then too, it's like you give us a thing where Charles and Mag haven't seen each other in so long. So it's not this continuous thing. And then that also leads us to the second like film of like what has Magneto been doing? What has he been going through with now everything happening? So I think they have a lot of like with that and the multiple stories they can pull from X-Men. I think with the fact of Kevin Feige bringing this full circle, I don't see them dropping the ball on this. So
no, yeah, he's carrying this one across the goal line, man. Like yeah.
But just some quick rumor mills that I wanted to go through before we get up out of here. We don't know if these are confirmed, but we've been hearing a lot of things about Marvel presentations that are going to release, as well as a couple of things of few films that have now supposedly being added that are coming out. Now, again, none of this is it's just rumors. Now, we do know that they do want to start doing more Marvel presentations and they do want to continue with doing shows, but for them to be more of quality rather than quantity. So if it's a necessary thing to come out, then they'll think about making a show. But one of the rumors we've heard is that we're getting another special presentation of Werewolf by Night, which I think makes a lot of sense, especially if you want to build to Midnight Suns or if you want to introduce Ghost Rider. I think Werewolf by Night might be one of the best ways to do it.
And we got a Ghost Rider now. So
God, and this show was actually pretty good. But this special presentation was actually pretty good if you took a look at it. I enjoyed it.
Well, I don't think we've talked about it, but Ryan Gosling that's good.
I had a whole episode of Shroud of a Comic Book that y'all can go check out where I thought they were gonna cast him as Doom.
Oh, really?
Really?
Ryan Gosling is Dr. Doom.
Man, and I'm thinking about something, bro. I don't think I ever seen Ryan Gosling play a villain, a bad guy.
No, not that I remember, not that I recall.
And I couldn't even imagine him playing Doom. Like, I've never seen him play a bad guy.
I could because of Doom's story. That's why I was like, Ryan Gosling can play this a hurt, broken man who now looks to magic and science. Like,
but see that he's too damn charming, man. We feel bad for him.
But I think we're gonna feel bad for him regardless.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just his ego starts taking over, and you be like, now we see why you feel it. I got it. Because remember what Stu just said in the trailer. She was like, when I met him, he was charming. He was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy, that's Ryan Gosling.
That's Ryan. and like Punisher said, it only take one bad day for you to be me. And he had a real bad
shoot. Yeah. The same thing happened to Joker, right? One bad day.
Yeah. Exactly. So that was my bet. But I love seeing him as Ghost Rider. It just makes me feel like we're getting closer to the Midnight Suns. And I just really hope that that's what they give us. Like I said, I'll take it as a series. You ain't even got to throw it out as a movie. Give me a series.
Yeah.
Episodes of Midnight Suns, and I'm good. The other thing that we heard is that we're getting the Strange Academy.
Interesting.
As a special presentation. Now, it makes a lot of sense, too, because America Chavez is there. And technically, she was going to be like training under Wong and the Magic Academy.
Yeah, we haven't seen her since that movie.
We haven't
no
seen
inkling of her anywhere.
Which I think too also kind of makes sense because of the fact of they wanted to kind of stray away from multiverse, and I think she was gonna have a big part in Kang's thing too.
Okay.
With Scarlet when she did Multiverse of Madness. But I think now they're gonna warp it more into her learning magic to go along with her powers. But this is also too where you Brother Voodoo introduced. Again, I don't know too much about the Strange Academy all the way, but I think being able to, we've seen hints of it. We've saw them talk about it with Kamertage and everything and seeing a lot of those people train. So I wouldn't mind seeing Strange putting together a group of magical people to be ready just in case something happens to him. They're ready to protect the world. So I wouldn't mind a special presentation of that. Then we also are supposedly getting We're supposed to be getting a special presentation. Luke Cage, Iron Fist, supposedly Jessica Hendricks character is coming back. Misty is supposed to be coming back.
Misty's really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the full Defenders are supposed to be in Heroes for Hire. Like we're supposed to be getting all of them in a special presentation. That'll
be fun.
Nice. That's gonna be fun.
To lead us into either Daredevil season 4 or Defenders. Next series when they bring all of them in.
So we're gonna get a Defenders. You think we're getting a Defenders, or are they going to be shoehorned into Daredevil?
Well, they said all of them are supposed to be in Daredevil season 3 because they're supposed to come together to help the city while they get Matt out of jail. But we don't know what the big full story is behind them. We don't know where Kingpin is because supposedly Kingpin left. So it's a lot here of where, okay, if you're going to include them, give us a presentation where we bridge that gap. And especially like this image alone right here, because you see Luke Cage in his yellow suit. So it's like we pick up right where we left off with Luke Cage. So I'm excited about Heroes for Hire. And then we have also found out that we may be getting some new additions to Thunderbolts. Now, there's a rumor going around that Daredevil's Bullseye, Abomination, and Songbird is going to be added to the Thunderbolts crew. Now, for those that don't know who Songbird is,
interesting.
Yeah, if you checked out the Thunderbolts movie, God, why am I finna mess up her name? The lady that owned the CIA. It's not Allegra. That's not her name. No, Fontaine. Fontaine.
Yeah, Fontaine.
Yeah. Allegra.
Isn't it Allegra Fontaine?
Allegra De Fontaine?
Yeah, it's Allegra De Fontaine, right?
Yeah.
Like Julia Louise Dreyfus, that's what we're talking about?
Yeah. Why does that name sound wrong? I was like, I was like, nah, I said it wrong. I don't have confidence in my memory with that because I know I remember them being in court and she was saying like you don't just say De Fontaine. Valentina Allegra. It's the middle name. I was like, I know that's not the first name, but Valentina's assistant, played by Geraldine. I'm not gonna say her last name.
Okay, gotcha.
But she's supposedly Songbird in the MCU. So supposedly she might be joining the Thunderbolts team too, as they are gearing up for either a second movie or a Marvel presentation. It wasn't really clear on what the direction is going to be when it comes to the Thunderbolts, or if they're even going to be a new set. I feel like this may be a new set of Thunderbolts because we have the new
Avengers with the Z.
Yeah, but we still need the Thunderbolts to go do what they won't do. So I think if you get them, Baron Zemo,
and
a few others, like you got your Thunderbolts, which would be insane. Man. And then finally, as we were talking about,
okay, all right, I'm putting another team together now since they're the Avengers with the Z.
Well, no, give me a team. Give me a team real quick.
Man, I like the three I'm looking at right now is great. I didn't even think about Zemo. I'm just trying to think like other villains who have been redeemed, sort of thing.
Because we would need like 6. So if you have these 3, and then you need 2 more. Because if you put Baron,
so I would have Frank Castle in there for sure. Everybody got moral compasses that need. You know what I'm saying? somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then I would put Sam Wilson in there because somebody got to guide their moral compass without killing every damn body.
But he
got the OG Avengers though. That's him now. But I do like the Frank Castle one just because of the Daredevil connection with Bullseye. Yeah. So there's some stuff there they could play around with too.
I'm trying to think like who else would you? Hey,
Zemo.
I know I know he would do. Give me Moon Knight and Thunderbolts, but I think that's too powerful.
Why you think Moon Knight No. I was thinking about that too. Moon Knight probably wouldn't gel well with them.
Damn, I'm trying to think if he had one more, who would it be?
I know he's not a villain. What if we get War Machine?
I was gonna say Riri, but okay, because you need somebody that's a genius.
Oh shit,
Ironheart. I would say Ironheart because you need somebody that's smart. Super smart.
I was gonna say Iron Patriot, but Norman isn't in this, so we can't use him. Damn, why am I?
But the original Thunderbolts isn't the Red Hulk? Isn't Ross like?
There it is. That's it.
There it is. There's your answer.
That's it.
But you're gonna have Ross and the Abomination on the same squad?
Hell yeah!
Think about that. I made you like Ross is the reason he looked like that.
There's so much story there. You just hit the nail on the hammer on the nail with that. Yeah,
you imagine the tag team moves they could be pulling off together, man.
Oh yeah,
bro. That's it right there.
And just getting stomped out like hammer fist out by both of them. Like imagine
you have them, and then you have
regular. But you have to have. I don't mean to cut you off, Will, but you have to have that angry Abomination, not that new Abomination that sit down and talk to shrinks. You know what I'm saying?
I think you do have it like this because of that. Because it's a thing just like where it's like, hey, I know how to transform in and out of this. I'm really just here so I don't have to stay in prison. And
I see what you're saying.
So then too, it's just like, because again, it could be like that hostility, but you can hear like Abomination just say one day, it's like, listen, we're both monsters. You just helped bring out the one that needed to be here.
Yeah.
And he didn't embrace being an Abomination. It's like, okay, well, look, if I got to go do the things others can't do, and if I know, like, yo, I'm never going to be a face and stuff like that, because about it, Hulk is not a face. Like, Hulk isn't one at all. So none of these people inspire hope when you see them. So if he wants to do some kind of good or be of some kind of use, the only place is Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do you remember the group Songbird was with? Wasn't she with like a group too?
I kept thinking she was an X-Men for some reason, but I think she was
with like a villain group.
I feel like she was, because I don't necessarily know too much about her. She was with the Thunderbolts. She was with the Masters of Evil. She was with the Mighty Avengers.
The Masters of Evil sounds familiar. Sounds interesting. Like I was wondering. I couldn't remember who was in that group with her.
Well, there's a whole bunch of different versions. I think there's
different variations. Yeah, that's
like
right.
9 different versions of them. So like Baron Zemo originated the original Masters of Evil, and that existed with Black Knight, Melter, Radioactive Man, and it was gathered by Baron Zemo. And they were trying to get their revenge on Captain America. And then there's Ultron's Masters of Evil, which has Black Knight, Claw, Melter, Whirlwind, Radioactive Man, and then another the new version of Black Knight. I'm trying to find the one where she's actually in
it. Yeah,
there's
because I feel like I recently watched, like, what was it? Disney's, not their older one, but more recent one. Their Avengers show, like it was more episodic, and sort of tied in a universe with Spider-Man too. I thought I remember seeing her on there with a group, but I can't remember. I couldn't remember who was all in there. I think Black Knight was still in there.
Knight is, he's in a lot of these.
Yeah.
I can't, like, it's a lot, and I know
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah. I know we pressed the time, so that's what I'm saying. But I don't necessarily see which.
Okay. I didn't mean for it to throw us off the rails. It was just I was trying to think too, and I could have typed it in myself.
I'm good, but I know y'all got to meet. Y'all got to get too, so that's why I was like.
Did we say 1:30 or 2? We said 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Jen has the book club, right?
Oh, I don't know why I thought you said 1.
Right.
Okay, I thought you said.
Yeah, I thought it was. I put it on the calendar
because Jen will text if we were late.
Probably get ready at 2:30. I mean, at 1:30. But yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So this is like one of the So she originally joined the Zemo's incarceration of Massive. So the Massive of Evil is Thunderbolts, but she didn't go by Songbird. She went by Screaming Mimi. She adopted the Songbird identity and ultimately chose a genuine path of redemption. So she went
good. Yeah, okay.
She became Songbird, but her villain name was Screaming Mimi.
Okay. Screaming Mimi. I'm glad she changed that.
Because her real name is Melissa Gold. So that's why I see why. Okay, it's like
okay.
Yeah. Songbird flows better though, just like Canary with DC. You know what I'm saying? It just,
because that's really what she is in all basis. She's that. She's their version of that. But the big rumor, and especially something we talked about earlier in the episode, we are getting a Captain Marvel third film. Is a rumor.
Brie Larson.
This who's supposed to be in it?
Wait, the Rogue we just talked about?
Indy Navarrete is supposed to make her appearance in Captain Marvel 3.
When is it supposed to drop? Does it have a date?
Nope.
No.
Again, these are rumors.
This is a rumor.
But I just want you to put together the image you're looking at. And for those that may not know or just watch live action, there's a
powers thing
where Rogue gets her powers.
The powers thing. Yeah. There it is.
And believe me when I tell you, it is not a pretty picture of how Rogue gets her powers. What I tell you damn near kills Captain Marvel, and sends her in a spiral. Takes all her shit. That's how you get super strength flying Rogue.
Flights, all that.
Draining the life out of Captain Marvel. Like when I talk about 2 centimeters from death. And I mean, if y'all have not seen the comics, go read the comic of where Rogue gets her power. When I tell you bitter rival, this rivalry is worse than Cardi B and Bia. And Ja Rule. She got legit reasons of I can't stand this bitch.
Wow. And be honest with you, I did not know that. Yeah, that is something I did not know.
I remember that's how she got her powers. I don't think I've ever read the comic though. I knew that's where she got all this stuff from, but I was never read the comic book. But if this is in the works for her third movie, I mean, that's how we get the Rogue we need.
But here's the thing though. This movie has to come out next year.
Well,
to introduce her as Rogue, because the X-Men is coming out the following year.
But you don't have to introduce her as Rogue there. That's just a way for her to get her powers. You can if you throw us into X-Men and we already see her, because the only thing you're gonna really harp on is her touching people. If you really want it to be what are we focusing on? But if she already got them in super strength, and it's just that's something that kind of haunts her too, of just there's a reason why I went into hiding after what I've done. And it's what did you do? And she don't never talk about it. But then this is where we figure out what happened. Because that could be the end of Captain Marvel. You give her a whole trilogy, her third movie is her.
We saying goodbye to Captain Marvel, man. I don't want to say goodbye.
Well, here's the thing. But my question to you is, where do you put her in all of this with the new MCU?
I mean, okay, before we hit the reset button, she was gonna help lead the Avengers, right? Wasn't it her, Black Panther, and Spider-Man? You sure? No. At least that was a rumor I remember reading.
Last time we left her, she was searching for her niece, who is in the X-Men universe. That was it.
I know, but
because remember in Endgame, she was working with them. She was yo, it'd be a while before you see me. I'm on other worlds trying to fix stuff. So that's the thing. I think that's the thing that always was with Captain Marvel, was that she didn't really fit into the MCU because it wasn't her time. There's nowhere to place her with what we doing.
No, and to have a heavy hitter like her though is
Now, unless you started to want to push her to focus on the space thing, but it's like Guardians aren't there no more. You're talking about focusing on Nova now.
Yeah.
I think
Nova. That's right.
Yeah, so I think the issue you have with her is like there's just no real placement for her in the MCU that they built. Like now, is there another like if they reset, is there a place there to fit? I believe so. Because even too from the rumors that they're saying is that Spider-Man's Tom Holland is going to be very close to the new versions of X-Men, which makes sense because of the interaction with Jean Grey.
With Jean, yeah.
So we also, if we get another Spider-Man movie, we might have it to where the X-Men feature in there. That might be where you see the introduction of Iceman, which I think would be just cool as fuck if Peter's roommate was Bobby.
Man, you telling me
would be cool as hell.
He don't know Bobby.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
I'm like, bro,
that would be cool as hell.
That's what 5 need to be about. I keep telling people because I remember someone asked me, they was like, we were talking about if they did a 5, who's his villain? And I know everybody wants Venom and stuff, but I was like, because of Sony's rights to it, they're not allowed to make new characters of people they've already made for Sony. So that's why you got your Doc Ock. That's why you got your original Green Goblin from them, because they can't make different versions of them for the MCU.
So if that's in the contract, you don't think, because that's how we get the black suit, like Secret Wars and stuff is when we, like, this is the time where it can actually make sense. He's off world, he comes back with it.
Yep.
So could it be a handshake deal like we usually have with Marvel now? Like, hey,
so what I think
is we're gonna make a new Venom.
I don't think you make a new Venom. I think you bring in Tom Hardy's character who passes the symbiote to him.
Because he does that.
He's got to get it off world, man. He's got to get it off world. Like we
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying in Battle World. Like in Battle World, that's
Tom Hardy's gonna be there.
I feel like because you got to think about it. Like he's still a part of this universe of universes that are colliding. So it would make sense for them to bring, because if you brought in William Dafoe and the guy that played Doc Ock, it's easy for you to go like, hey, you don't even have to bring in Tom Hardy. Bring in the CG version of Venom. You don't even have to get the actor, just bring him in. Because you could just say after everything that's happened, I've stayed Venom to protect him because of everything that's been happening. That's why I never switch. And in turn,
makes sense.
Yeah, because again, we know that like actually, nope. They separate and Venom died in the third one.
Yeah, how did it end?
Did Venom actually die though?
I don't think he actually died. So I think if you have anything, there's going to be a tube that has the symbiote there. I think Dr. Doom may have Venom contained up, because again, you want to collect all this stuff.
Could work. That could work.
Yeah, because I think,
it goes back. It still goes back to what Dion was saying. Somebody got to make a deal. Sony and Marvel got to come to the table and make a deal, though.
I mean, it is to a certain extent. Now, the reason why I say that is if you do the black suit there, and I would say leave it there if you can't recast a new Eddie. Because I already planned out 5 already for Spider-Man, where you don't need
I love how I said it.
You don't need the black suit. Not for real, because I was like, yo, the ones you introduce the Snyder, not the Snyder family. Dang it. I just forgot their names. And I keep wanting to say Snyder. And it's not Snyder, it's not Smeed. Remember the dude from the animated series of Spider-Man that was in the wheelchair helping out Kingpin?
Smythe.
That's it. Introduce the Smythe family in Spider-Man 5. Since you don't have Norman, you don't have Justin Hammer, and you don't have Iron Man anymore, you need a big family tech company that's on bullshit.
That's somebody you could use. Somebody you could use who Sony hasn't used, I guess.
Yeah, that's the one they haven't used. Introduce Felicia Hardy as Black Cat because he needs a new love interest.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then the other one I wanted was Hobgoblin, to have Ned start turning into Hobgoblin. And I wanted MJ to break up with her boyfriend, get another one, and that's Hydra Man.
Oh my God,
he thought about this.
Yeah, you've put you've pulled from a lot with
You see what I'm saying? And it's still all his rogues, and you're putting the story together. Just with me saying it now, you're putting his story together for 5. Because we still hadn't introduced the Daily Bugle with Jonah Jameson. That's
We
still
have it.
there. Shout out to Young Deuce, because Young Deuce gave a perfect example as to how he could be working with him, to where he doesn't have to necessarily be in the Bugle. Start a Spider-Man fan page and get it monetized. To where you're making money posting videos of Spider-Man because you're Spider-Man.
You're Spider-Man.
You have control over his whole account, and you're creating content for him. Be like, hey, ain't you the guy that create like all the content for Spider-Man? Oh yeah. Be like, hey, I love that TikTok you got of him, and then it shows Spider-Man. Like it. That's how you get it into today's world, where it's like, oh, it's not the newspaper photography thing. Like the dude got a whole account. And then Jonah Jameson hates him for that. And it's like, hey, you get me some of his content before you drop it, and I'll pay you this. And it's like, all right, bet.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's spending his shit. Like, it's a lot that you can throw in there that still exists without having to use the big major players. And I think that tells a lot of his story, because to have Peter dealing with someone new that's not MJ, that really got him wrapped around her finger, and she's a thief.
Dude, and Alicia would be great. We're still waiting for her to pop up, man. Like, just the way, be honest, man, just the way she's been drawn and the way she was drawn in the cartoon, I was like, man,
give it to me.
MJ, you can throw yourself out this window all you want, man. I ain't diving no more. I ain't diving.
Yeah. Next time you fall out this window.
That is so cold-blooded, bro.
No, she jumped one time.
I know she did. Yeah. She looked right at Peter. She looked right at him and jumped backwards out the window. Head first. Yes, I remember that.
You wildin'. Even in Brand New Day, I felt bad because when they were sitting there on the rooftop and they had kissed, and she was like, "That's right, hold
me." She said, "Hold me, feel me, kiss me." I was like, "What?"
Feel the miss. I was like, "Throw the bitch off. Throw the bitch off the roof. Throw off." Was she over here playing with our emotions? Throw off. As soon as he was holding her like this up, let her go.
Oh man.
Start playing the Frozen song. Let it go.
Hey man.
I was like, oh shit, that's MJ. That's not G. Okay.
That's man.
I fucking let her go. Let her go. Move on. Start over.
But seeing how the ending of that movie ended, I don't know if like, because we didn't even talk about Spider-Man either. To get this in real quick, and Ned knows him now, right? Mm-hmm. Like they know that's Peter. I thought while MJ and the whole city, or half the city was frozen or whatever, she started crying through it. I think that was like adding memories back to her and Peter, or she's remembering from that time. Because why was she crying?
I think because they were in pain. Because remember, we've seen that
nobody else was crying. Nobody else was in pain.
But I think because she knew what was going to happen. Like, I can see why people want to buy into it. But remember, like he said, only one person remembers who Peter is. That was it. There was like only one person knows. And even to Ned's point, Ned remembered who Peter was. He just didn't know exactly who he was. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody knows Spider-Man, but he was like, yo, like, there's this person I know that I grew up with that I'm like, yo, like, why do I know? And then that goes back to the muscle memory, because it's like, that's why I was so glad they did the handshake.
He said that.
I told you that. That's muscle memory.
You don't forget that. So I'm just like, yo, it's the muscle memory that probably allowed him to remember. But there has to be some consequence of her doing that, though. So I will look into that. There has to be a consequence to her doing it. But even as we saw, like in the end credit, like we talked about, and I said that I don't think that's Tom Holland Spider-Man that he's tracking.
You think that's Miles Morales?
Fuck no. I don't think
then who do you think that is?
I think that's Toby. When they showed that little icon and it switched and it showed him in space, I don't think that's Tom Holland. Two things. That Spider-Man icon is not Tom Holland's Spider-Man icon. If you go back and watch it.
Shit, I gotta look it up now. I got to look at this. I got this.
So I was like, if that's Battle World, who's on Battle World right now? Because remember, it glitches before it shows the dot. So if incursions are happening and you're fusing timelines, is Tom the true Spider-Man in there? Especially if they're talking about the only ones that's going to make it to Battle World are so-called anchor beings. Tom is not the anchor being for 616. So I want y'all to wrap your head around Tom might be dead.
Stop it.
And at the end, it said, Spider-Man will return. It didn't say where. It didn't say when.
It didn't say when.
And it didn't say which one. Because remember, all of them are different Spider-Mans. Andrew Garfield is I think he's the Amazing Spider-Man. I think
he called Toby Spider-Man, like
your
Spider-Man
friendly
2,
neighborhood Spider-Man.
Or something like he called him something before he did the web.
I can't remember which one is the spectacular Spider-Man. I don't know if it's Tom or if it's Toby.
I don't think it's I don't know if it's Toby.
I don't know if it's Toby. I think Tom is it. No, I think he may be spectacular Spider-Man. No. Both of them. No. Both of them are your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's what it is. Because that's definitely Toby. Because he says it. He tells you.
He said it. Yeah.
Spider-Man. Toby, but Tom might be a different version. But that's what happens when you're dealing with all of this. So it's a lot. And then one final thing though before we get out of here, because I know y'all, we got
2 years to think about this.
We got 2 years to think about it. Also, Star Wars and Marvel are coming together to do a comic book series. We're not going to jump into this on this episode, so please don't be disappointed. But this is something I would want to have Jen on as a part
Join
of.
us on Wednesday as Will crosses over.
The crossover. Join the crossover, because what I asked them, I think would be also a great episode for All Star Fandom is give me your Avengers mixed with Star Wars and and Marvel. Your Thunderbolts, your two dynamic duos one from Star Wars, one from Marvel, and then a big villain battle between which Star Wars villain and which Marvel villain. So I even just throw it out there. Doom versus Darth Vader. We ain't got to talk about
it. Actually...
Don't say it. Don't say it. You got to wait till Wednesday.
On this Wednesday over on All Star. Join us as we debate. We're putting together our Star Wars Avengers Marvel team, dynamic duos, big bad battles, and our Thunderbolts. This Wednesday on All Star Fandom, Will Pharaoh, special guest.
For sure.
Join us in the crossover episode. It is going to be a lot of fun. And we will be collabing our YouTube channels, so none of our audience miss it. You can go and enjoy all the fun. But I definitely want to have Jen on this episode because she's a Star Wars fan. I would love to get her take on putting these together. And I just know she is just going to just blow it out of the water. And then last but certainly not least, just to laugh at this. We ain't got to talk about it. It's just to laugh at it. Disney has canceled the Power Rangers TV show.
Again.
But the reason they canceled it,
what was it?
is because Matt Damon is making a movie. And the movie is literally Power Rangers.
Are you serious?
Wait, Matt Damon's making a Power Rangers movie?
Are you serious?
It ain't Power Rangers. It's him playing a hero that teams up with a group of kids who are hero who wears very colorful costumes.
Hold on, man.
Hold on, meeting the Power Rangers.
Hold up.
But it ain't the Power Rangers. And they were just like, it's too expensive to make this, and he's coming out with this. So they canceled it.
Hold on.
That's bull crap, man.
Hold up. So wait, like legitimately Matt Damon is making, or did it just like looks like?
No, he's really making a movie that's centered around superheroes. But the people that are in it, he's not a Power Ranger, but the people that he's going to work with are teenagers in very colorful costumes.
A Power Ranger-esque blockbuster is what they're calling it. Are you kidding me?
and they canceled the original series.
So this was this the one with the Ninja Kids?
Yep. No. That came out. This was the reboot.
The one with Ninja Kids came out?
I know it drops either this week or so. I saw an announcement of it. Like it's about to come. I think it's August 28th is when it comes
right
out.
Before we got on, the guy who's the Red Ranger or whoever said like here's his last time playing as Power Rangers, and there's like a 9-minute video, like I guess of the first of one episode or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's completely different. No, that one
I
think comes out August 28th. I could be wrong, but I remember seeing that on socials that is still happening. It's supposed to be releasing soon because they had a picture of all of them together. And so we hadn't seen what any of them look like in this new, because remember the reboot was supposed to be solely focused on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We were getting that version in the new version for Disney. But not anymore.
Hilarious.
Yo,
the way it's not anymore.
I just want to have enough pull to do that. Like that's when you know you successful. I'm gonna take a almost 40-year franchise and I can get that bitch canceled because I'm Matt Damon.
I mean,
what makes it so crazy is people were gonna watch this. You know what I'm saying? And people will still watch this, even though Matt Damon is doing a movie.
That's what it is.
I think it's gonna be it might be too similar, man. And then you're gonna be comparing them and be like, man, I wish that was the real Power Rangers movie, you know, the one Matt Damon made. That's what we be doing.
Well, hell, I hope the Matt Damon movie is phenomenal.
It better be. Hey, listen.
It has to be.
This better be fire.
What's so hard about translating the Power Rangers over, man? Like, what's the problem that we couldn't get? Granted, say what?
Karma.
Karma.
You know the history
from the way the guy treated them.
Yeah, you know they stole.
Okay.
Yeah, like this was an original Japanese show, and then they took all of their fighting scenes, clipped it, and was like, we'll shoot these kids, and then we'll put them so they stole it so much that they literally would have the shots from this Japanese show, and then would try to pair them up to match the angle of the already shot show. So when the kids transformed into the Power Rangers, it immediately bled into that scene exactly. So they would have like, Tommy, you stand here, you stand here, you stand here, tilt your head this way, look up to here like you're looking at me, stay with that focus, get that shot. All right, now we want to crossfade, add the stuff in, boom, Power Rangers.
Yeah, but didn't they only have footage for that for like the first 2 seasons, like the Japanese footage, and then they had to make up their own, but you already had it. You already were $1 billion entity at that time. Because anytime it got grainy footage, I was like, we switched over. Because anytime it went grainier, you was like, oh, that's a Japanese show.
That's
man. We've seen it.
Yeah. The problem is with Power Rangers is that you are taking something that we love, and then you'll make things where it doesn't need to happen. Like me, I don't care what nobody say. This may be a hot take. I enjoyed the last Power Ranger film, and I was very excited to get a sequel. I wasn't particularly fond of their costumes, I will say that, but I liked the change that they had gave when it came to Power Rangers. Like, I don't mind this franchise, and I wouldn't mind seeing a second one. But I get to, these are very expensive to make because of that. But also, too, to Mahershala Ali's point, y'all are dumb rich. So if you wanted to make it, you'd make it. Because I even had an idea for this one. It was, which I've been told now, start saying these things on here. So technically it's copywritten. So if someone does it, he said this first. Took it.
Yeah.
The way I had it was Power Rangers was getting retransformed, and each color is a part of a military. So like that's what started to happen with them. So you have like the Pink Rangers are Air Force, like they're special Air Force for not just Earth though, for even like space. Yeah. So it's like kind of a little bit like into the future and stuff. But I wanted Michael B. Jordan to play the original Black Ranger's son, and he's like a general now. So like picture when he walks around though, you know the gold plate that they be having, it's digital now, but that's your rank. So that shows your rank and everything. Yeah. And then you'd have the originals in there. So what happened is like Billy's the president, of the United States, and then he creates a bill with the UN that bans all Megazords on Earth. So you cannot have a Megazord there. The only ones that can be used is the ones that the UN actually owns, and that's only to fight when kaijus come. That's it. You can't. It's illegal to have a Megazord on Earth. But then they find out that Tommy is still alive, and they don't know where he is. Like Tommy had gotten a fight with Rita, completely disappeared. No one knows what happened to him. And then we pick off with all of them now coming together to form one elite fighting task from every division of the Power Rangers. That's how you get blue, black, pink, yellow, red.
All the colors in there.
To fight one big mission, which would be Rita Repulsa.
That's a good idea, and whoever told you to start saying that stuff on here, that's pretty darn smart.
Yeah, man, I think that's another thing of my content I'm gonna start doing. Like, it don't have to be me saying it. I just put pictures and stuff up, bro. I'll be having a ton of these. I'm like, I'm finna just start making this shit and putting it out.
Might as well, man.
And have Marvel come pick me up. Be like, we got you now.
They snatch you up like Calvin Candy was talking about on Django.
But I agree with you.
I'm sorry, because he said that black snatch your ass up.
But
I'm sorry.
But Will, I do agree with you on the last movie. I liked it. Wasn't fond of the suits. They felt too CGI, and I didn't want to see their face. I felt like that was a cop out. But other than that, the morphing was dope. But like the suits could be like, what's wrong with practical, man? Like what's wrong with practical?
So the thing is with
practical with a tinge of CG.
Yeah, but we talked about this when it came with Supergirl. I think so many people are focused on wanting to leave their stamp on things to make things just a little bit different and to make things a little bit more cool. And it's like, okay, well, realistically, they couldn't fight in just clothed Power Ranger suits. Like, none of us question that.
The poor turtle living under the sewer. I'm already. Right. What else you want to believe?
We can see these niggas. We can see the real person's eyes in the mouth of the turtles. What are y'all talking about?
What do you believe? What are you talking about?
Like, don't nobody care. They fighting in onesies as
Ernie Reyes
at all.
Kicking. I know that's Ernie Reyes in there kicking. Let him kick.
Yep.
Some things you're like, yo, you can go bar for bar and make it live action. Just update it. Because like when they did the one with Ivan Ooze, I was like, I like their suits because it got a little armor to it. I like, and it didn't take away from the movie. I was like, yo, they look fire.
The armor was dope until we went back to the TV show and they were back in the cloth.
It was so dope.
I was like, what the hell happened?
I was like, is that a galaxy in his chest? What the fuck is this? What? What's happening?
I was so upset. We go back to the TV show, they back in their cloth suits, man. Like, wait a minute.
Like, no.
Man. Rocky hit that X-ray vision and the visor came up. Yellow Ranger hit the lights and the eyes I was like, what happened to these?
I've always remembered back in the gap of just like how problematic Power Rangers were because of all of the things that was happening. And like, I remember back in those days where like they just didn't say shit. Cause like I remember watching the movie and I was like, who the fuck is this Asian as my black Power Ranger? Where the fuck is Zach? Where is he? Who is it? Why we got a black Yellow Ranger? Wait a minute, where is Trini?
Because
and I'm like,
because it was retconned after the movie, right? Like it was.
Well, because
that's when we got Rocky and Adam in.
Because Walter left the show. Yeah, Walter left the show because they weren't paying them enough, especially for because they kept them.
Yeah, they weren't paying them anything.
Yeah, because they kept them on what they originally agreed on for the first time they started, and they didn't want to change that. And then, unfortunately, the girl that played Trini, unfortunately, she passed away in a car accident. We understand why they traded her, which was great because I think Aisha plays an incredible.
Yeah, she did a hell of a good job as Yellow Ranger.
I mean, and the same thing as Rocky. Like Rocky was not a bad black ranger or anything like that. So I don't want
red, and then Adam was black. I think, yeah,
but it was just like it was crazy for it to just be like, oh, we just gonna change it and not say nothing. And it was just like, and then they went like you said. The next thing we go back, I'm like, oh, the show coming. We finna get the suits.
Nah, because they basically tried to retell the movie through the TV show because we had them as ninjas. And I'm like, wait a minute. I saw this already. I saw it done way better for an hour and a half.
Did y'all
Forget this season?
Yeah, that season. You know, that season felt like a deconstructed burrito. I was like,
who wants this?
Put the beans right here, the rice over here. We'll hold the tortilla, please. Hold the lettuce.
This is an unfinished burrito. Yeah, but we want you to start with the rice. Then I want you to eat the asada. Then I want you to eat.
Yeah.
So then take a bite of the tortilla. I'm like,
no, thank you.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
You served me a burrito for an hour and 45 minutes. Now you what? But yeah, it's all I can say is for movie goers, comic book goers, nerd goers, anime, everything right now, it looks like we're just gearing up for an incredible end of 2026 and an incredible look at 2027, which I think is good. The only thing I will also say, because I know I have to address this because people will get upset if I don't address it. I need if we cannot get the funding to tell stories for people who look like us, I need the rest of you bigwigs to start giving us real representation. Not, hey, we got a black guy in here. Like, no,
right.
That black guy to have a connection to his culture, and I need that to be displayed when it's shown, and not just for black people. I need it for everybody. If you could do, if you're going to do it, you give that shit to me like you did Miss Marvel.
Yep.
I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah,
Miss Marvel is an incredible TV show.
Yep.
And I hate all of the slack that young lady got for it because she's Miss Marvel, and the way y'all bash it because she's a woman lead, and the things you want to do to tear it down. Because I loved everything about showing the culture of her side when it came to all of this stuff. But I am so sick and tired of y'all not doing that for folks like us. Now, I will give you this for the TV shows of canceling Wonder Man Season 2 and everybody getting upset. I will be completely honest with you. Marvel's television series, that whole setup was a failed tanked experiment, no matter what you want to say. Because no one got a Season 2 except Loki. That was it. Moon Knight did not get one. Captain America and the Winter Soldier did not get one. Miss Marvel did not get one.
Agatha all along, none of them.
Agatha all along. And then that's a part of a trilogy that you're piecing together. So that doesn't really count. So again, Marvel just had the plan that they had for the Disney series did not come together the way that they need to. And then especially hearing that most of that was going to be tying into Kang, and you don't have Kang anymore because Moon Knight was supposed to introduce Ramatut. And Agatha all along was supposed to introduce Immortus, and Fantastic Four was supposed to introduce Kang Prime. So you were supposed to see these people trickle. You're supposed to see Kang sprinkle in throughout this stuff like they're going to do with the X-Men. But because all of that came through wrong, Phase 4 wasn't as great. Moving into somewhat of Phase 5 didn't hit the way they wanted to. It's like, okay, you have a system where things are consistently changing. Same thing with Blade. Blade didn't get ruined just because he's black. Blade got ruined because the movie wasn't about him. When they were originally writing it, it was supposed to be him protecting some vampire princess rather than it focusing on him. And Deadpool and Wolverine killed his character dead in the water when we saw Blake, when Wesley came back. Because Wesley, we want Wesley's end. We want a Logan-style Wesley Snipes movie because he's the godfather of Marvel.
Still, I wanted to see that 2-time Oscar winner freaking play Blade.
I'm talking to you.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wesley needs a Logan. Wesley needs the Logan.
Wesley needs a Logan. I'm sorry, bro. Like you,
but like I said, and I told you before, he's 64 years old, bro.
So that's what he say. He's an ageist. That's what he is.
I'm a realist. Damn it! What just happened to Ryan Hurst? He just tore his damn bicep. Wesley Snipes ain't finna be doing all that flipping and shit.
Ryan Hurst is not 60 though. What are you saying?
I'm just saying though, he's younger. That's what I'm saying.
But again, that could happen to anyone. Tom Holland got hurt on set filming Spider-Man. It doesn't matter age. Ian McKellen, sir.
He ain't swinging on shit though. Sir Ian McKellen. You don't know that. Y'all don't do that. Don't do that, Will. You know damn well he ain't swinging on nothing, ain't grabbing nothing.
We gotta float him up.
Let him
You gotta put him on.
You gotta float him up.
That's a 70-year-old man on a harness suspended in the air. Like again, I'm not asking you to give me Wesley at Blade 1, where this dude is doing fucking spinning back kicks. I'm not asking you.
Amazing superhero landings.
Yeah, I'm not asking for any of that. But you saw him fight in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. If you're still giving me that, you can give me an ending to him. There's still things he can do where it's not as crazy. And then, too, seeing an older version of Blade and what his fighting style is like now. Because when he pulled out that damn machete, I was like,
yeah, there's only one Blade, and there's only ever going to be one Blade. When he said that, you're right, Will. That completely destroyed that movie. Because even Ryan Gosling, even Deadpool looked at the camera as if, like, you see that? And right after that movie, I was like, give me a Blade movie. Give me Wesley back. Get his Logan send-off because he started all this thing. I'm
telling you, give me that. Give me Midnight Suns with Blade. Once it's done, then if you want to do another one, give it to me. But that man is the godfather of the MCU. I don't care what Tom Hiddleston said with Spider-Man, none of this stuff. You do not have people seeing Marvel could be a success if you didn't have Blade. And Blade, if Hugh Jackman, one of the other pillars of MCU and comic book Marvel lore, if he gets to have a damn movie where we get a send-off from him, fucking Blade deserves it too.
Wesley deserves it too, man. He deserves it.
He deserves it. But that
crowd reaction when he popped in, come on, man.
That's why I'm just like,
growl of that lion came through. It's like,
that's it. Shit. I was like, okay, when we getting Blade 4? When we getting Blade 4?
Emily the whole time, man.
Right. I was like, okay, the Axis didn't stop this from happening. When we getting Blade 4? But it doesn't take away, though, from what people are saying when it comes to representation. And that is the issue that people are having when it comes to Marvel and it comes to Disney, because the problem with it that I've seen is you don't want to do one thing that is going to make other people feel bad, and that is you do not want to give Marvel a real reality. Because the problem about it is if you give it to us culturally, you make the U.S. the villain. You make the world the villain.
I think that's why that was a problem with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV series, because it was so grounded and real. Because Sam was like, hell, I'm Captain America and I can't even get a bank loan. Like, in real life. It's real life type shit.
But even to that, that wasn't pushed as far as it should have been.
Yeah, you're right. And they could have pushed the envelope farther, yeah.
Because why don't I see N-word sprayed on the building of where Captain America's at? Why do I not see a campaign with red hats that says "Not my captain"? Because you know there's a huge group of people that would do that. Which is why we get a little hesitant of how will you approach X-Men? Because that's what that's all about. It's about being prejudiced and racist to a group of people that are different from you that you don't understand. But if you can't do that with even being able to throw in the cultural impact that we have as Black people, or that we have as Latino people, or we have as any other ethnic or nationality, to where it shows like, yo, what our history is. Like, really show it. Like, yo, like, bro, do you know how hard it is to be a Black superhero in here? Last time I walked in here with wings, somebody tried to arrest me. Like, that's real. Like, don't hide that. But you don't want to show that because you don't want to show what the real reality is of what we live in here. So you'd rather sprinkle it in to where it makes it okay. So we're not going to give Captain America his own series. We got to throw in the Winter Soldier. Oh, we're not going to give the Black Captain America his own movie. We're just going to throw him in a bigger story that he's somewhat involved in, which is going to be Red Hulk, because Harrison Ford is a bigger name. I'm not going to make you a character that African Americans can relate to, because we don't want to give you hope that you could be able to be something better, which is why the only person we can attach to is Killmonger, because all of us knew that Killmonger was right. Which is why people are getting mad that, oh, you keep casting a British person as a new Black Panther. Well, first of all, Black Panther ain't African American, so I don't know why y'all.
Thank you. Why y'all mad at that?
I don't know why y'all mad at that. I'm like, listen. Chadwick Boseman.
He's African. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I don't know why y'all stressing on that. But there's a lot of reasons why I go into that, and it's just like why we live in the world we live in today. If you had to explain the lie that helped you build this place, you could dismantle everything with a 2-hour film if you told the story of an African American superhero that is a real African American superhero. Someone we can be like, we went to high school with that dude. I remember that guy. You won't give us that. You give us Sam Wilson, who's disconnected from his culture and everything that he knows, which don't make no sense. Because the fact we didn't get no Captain America or Falcon jokes from any of his homies, all you hang out with is white boys, that's interesting. War Machine is strictly military, and then really showed us that he's not connected to anything. He had the quips, he had everything, but it's like all you hang out with is white boys. And your girlfriend is Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So to a certain extent, it starts to get where, again, we know we have those folks that look like us, but where is the connection to his culture?
That makes me wonder. I ain't gonna cut y'all. That makes me wonder about the whole Strange Academy when they bring in Dr. Voodoo, how they're gonna portray him if they bring him in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the closest thing we've gotten to like maybe feeling a little real world was the last season of Daredevil. That was the one where it was okay. They're playing with it a little more. They're being a little bit more literal with what's going on. Hopefully they can build off of that, like like what you're suggesting too, so we can get more of those stories that connect or resonate more with those certain cultures, our culture, and stuff like that. So I'm hoping for them. I'm hoping for it, but man, everything's political at the end of the day too. So it's the mouse. So,
but that's why I encourage also too for people to like
yellow shoes.
Go support Black comic book creators. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. Go support people of color that make comic books. You have folks like Impound Comics. You have for folks that don't know, Sinbad's son has an entire comic book collection. Called Biopunks. He has a whole comic book movie that you can go check out. Most people don't know that his son is the reason I started straight out of a comic book. I met him, and I have an episode with him that'll be coming out, I believe, next week. But I saw him at a comic book convention in Sacramento, and we've all been down those comic book halls. There ain't never really no Black people there. But I saw him there, and I saw his whole setup, and I was like, oh, wow. And I went and talked to him because that was the only one that looked like me. And he had these incredible comic books. And I was like, yo, outside of, like Icon and Jetstream and Static Shock, like those are the only ones I really knew of that was like a major like Black publication. And then we saw what happened to him and Milestone. So to see him there, I was like, wow, for someone to step out and really do this and continue to do it and make such a great product, I want to be in this realm where I talk about these things and talk about what it is that I love. Like he showed me it was okay for you to be a nerd. Because at that point, I was like, yo, I'm going to just make weed content, be funny. Damn, I'll talk about Marvel and stuff with my friends in the back. But to make a show where we talk about it, I was like, yo, I'm going to start one where it's like, yo, we talking about the comic books. We doing just like how, Doc got all the stuff in the back right now. We talking about issue 3 and 4. Shot my first episode. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about comic books. I don't. Let's talk about all of it instead.
Yeah.
And now, over 100 episodes later, here we are. So I only say that to say, support those people who are tapped into our culture to make these things bigger so that other places want to pick this up. Other places want to put a licensing to it. And even if they don't, let's get together and have them have their own platform to just like, Dion's favorite wrestler, we turn it from undesirable to undeniable. And with that said, we are going to bring this episode to an end of Straight Out of a Comic Book. We hope you enjoyed this episode. As we told you, be sure to check in Wednesday. We will be going live on All Star Fandom. It is a crossover episode between Straight Out of a Comic Book and All Star Fandom. We have so much to talk about. Hopefully we get into X-Men as well. I do not want to keep these fellas no more because Jen is most likely waiting on them on a meeting. And Jen is a sweetheart until you flip it to the other side of that coin, and you do not want to mess with her. So
the dark side.
Yeah, dark side. Definitely a side to her. She's full Jedi when you first meet her, but she can flip to the Sith real quick.
Yeah.
If you push her. So just make sure you check out Straight Out of a Comic Book. Please like this video, comment in the video. Let us know what you like from D23. Let us know how you feel about all of the Marvel stuff, the new X-Men. Put it in the comments below. Again, both my channel and All Star Fandom's channel, our goal is to get 4,000 watch hours so we are monetized, so we can keep this thing going. Our dream is to do this full time, providing y'all with incredible content, incredible conversations, involving and centered around all of this. So if you want to support, cut a video on. Let it play while you're sleeping. Let it play while you're working or you're cooking. Just run the hours up for us, especially for February 1st when they've been double this thing. 8,000. So that's all we ask of y'all. But from Straight Out of a Comic Book to All Star Fandom, we shall catch you in the multiverse of nerdom.
Yeah, there we go.